is up, Cast Crazies? How you doing today? Hey, listen, we're gonna go out in the back of the Cast Cray, what we call the Cast Cray pond, I guess you'd say. I don't know. It's on my property. So we're gonna go back there, drill some holes. We're gonna see if we can't get on some good sized bluegills, hoping to put some bluegills above the ice top side. Gonna try out a new color, and we'll let you know how it goes. Stay tuned. All right, we made it to our spot here. So, you know, we're just fishing about a 13-foot drop right here in this little hole. I'm using the Humminbird Helix 5 today to find depth, find the fish. We're gonna try a tungsten jig. One of our little tungsten jigs with the ice jizz wiggler. See if I can get that to focus, maybe. There we go. All right, so ice jizz with that kind of chartreuse toadstool color. Check them out on the website. They come in 2 packs. They're pretty good. Great on really all ice. You'll notice that the presentation through the ice is really small. That's for a reason. They're very lethargic this time of year, and they don't really like to bite big, high action baits. So let's see if we get anything. Stay tuned. Check it out. All right. So we tipped him up with a little waxy. I like to go through the head side. We're picking up fish here on the bottom, so we'll see if we can't get lucky here. Right at 13 feet. Fishing today with our 30-inch Sub-Zero rod. Super light action tip. You'll see that the tip is just like, you next to never need a bobber on these. One of the spring bobbers, you never need it because the action is so light. I got fish at the bottom here, some decent marks. He's wanting it. I hope you guys can see that. Now what I will typically do is I'll take my jig and I'll sink it all the way down to the bottom. Most of the time in the winter, the fish are real close to the bottom. And so I'll take my bait all the way down to the bottom, and then I'll slowly lift. And after jigging a little bit off the bottom and slowly lifting it, they like to hit it on the rise. And so, you know, sometimes on that rise, you'll get a good majority of your hits, I found. There's one. Little one. Little baby. Put him back in. There's bigger ones down there. Sometimes it's a bit of a cat and mouse game. You have to go back and forth sometimes. They'll come up off the bottom and they'll want to hit it. They get real like antsy. They'll get right on it, hit it real good, and then they'll go back down. You got to chase them back down just to get them to come back up. It's a bit of a cat and mouse when they're this lethargic. There's one. That's a better one. Oh, he got my deucer. He got my deucer. That was a good one there. Might have been a crappie. But a good lesson to learn. When you're fishing with a deucer like this, you want to try to pull it out of the way as much as possible. He wrapped me up in that and got off. Can't tell you how many fish I've lost doing that. There's a nicer fish here. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at that. That's a beautiful gill. Good size. And again, all on the ice jizz with the toadstool tungsten jig. Nice size gills. To give you guys a little bit of a different angle here, So again, just a kind of simple waxy on the jig. Still fishing with that same color. Took a little bit of a break just to warm my hands up real fast. And that color seems to be working pretty good. Turn this deucer just so I can see a little better. See if we can't get them to continue to bite here. So far they're really liking this color. So for some reason I took another break here, and they're kind of shutting off for me. But sometimes when I do that, I'll try to like just dead stick it. What I mean by that is just like let it sit in the hole, idle, on its own, set and forget kind of thing. And sometimes instead of, sometimes they'll hit it just like they did there. You can kind of take your finger in a line and kind of give it a little bob, you know. Kind of reduce the movement of the bait. When they're really lethargic and really tired like this, they're not really active. I find I can get them to bite. If I find fish, most of the time I can get them to bite. Sometimes it takes just lightening the presentation too. That's why these tungsten jigs are really, really good for this. Got a mark zooming up on it now. I'll try something. Sometimes it's just switching it up, switching the pattern up. Try giving them a little more bait maybe. I'll tip it with 2. See what that does for me. Who knows, maybe a little extra meat on the table might entice the bite. I was making a TikTok and my dead stick had one on. Hey. So how did I determine this spot? Well, one, I know this lake really, really well. And so, you know, right here typically is a lot of beaver, like a beaver marsh, beaver dam. That's what I'm looking for, beaver dam. So during the actual summer, right under us is a beaver dam. And so I know there's cover here. I know it's deep cover. So that's kind of what they're looking for. They're looking for something to hug real deep. So I knew where to drill. If you have a topo map for a lake, you want those deep drop-offs, those walls, or even just deep flats. And you want to choose the areas that have some sort of cover if possible that's real deep, as opposed to the rest of the depth of the lake. Right now, you know, this lake here is actually 45 feet deep when it's completely filled. It's a little bit drained now, but you can see we're getting fish there on the bottom, and we're at 13.5 feet. So that's a good depth for bluegill in this lake. Hopefully we'll catch a little more before the sun sets. If not, it's still beautiful to get out. Lots of fun. Stay tuned. Here's one. Small. It's a fish though. The color's working. We'll see if we can't get one more before we call it quits. I'm gonna try it naked this time. By naked, I just mean no tip. Straight on the jig with a wiggler, the Ice Jizz wiggler. Oh, see that? Well, I think I'm gonna pack up for the day. It's getting cold out here. It's about 6 o'clock right at sunset here in Northeast Ohio. And it's getting dark. So I wanna make it back before it gets too dark. Hey, I just wanted to say thanks for watching. If you guys have any comments, feel free to leave them below. Love to hear them. Please click that like button, that thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe, share with your friends if you like it. We appreciate you. Check out Cast Cray Outdoors, castcray.com. We'll see you next time.
Peace.